Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody that is tuned in nice and early for this match reaction for the for the Arsenal versus Bayern Munich game at the Emirates. We will be going through everything that happened and occurred in that game. So make sure to stick with us today while we go through all of the occurrences that happened during that game. Firstly, I would like to ask you to do one thing for me if you could, which is to like the video, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already. We're nearly at 1,300 subscribers. I think we're like 4 away. So make sure to get that done for me, people. It is so important that you do. If you're watching on a replay as well, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I go live, every time I post a video or anything like that. I am joined by a brilliant panel today to discuss this game. I am joined by the main man. It's none other than halftime hooks in the building. I've got my Magharibi brother Ash in the building as well. A man from the north of the America, the north of the US of A. If you go a bit more north, you get into the CA. Yeah, big up my brother from Canada, right there, mate. Talking about the maple leaf, and then also half of him right now is down under. You know what I mean? So half of him is down under, half of him is up there.
It's like
You know what I mean?
70-30, you know, 70-30 Aussie.
You know what? Listen, Martin is a prick because the reason why he's saying 70-30 is because of something that happened before this. So it's all good. We get into it. I see you, Martin. I see what you're doing. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's fine. You want to play with my emotions? It's fine. Nah, big up Martin always, man. Big up to you, my brother. Also, look at this guy. He's actually shameless, bro. Look at this guy. Man switched real quick. How can you be one here and then one here, bro? What is this? Listen, I am also joined by the main man. Listen, this guy triggers everybody on the net, bro. Everyone on YouTube, bro. He just triggers them, bro. Yeah, and I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it. I can't lie. I love what he does on the internet, man. It's none other than the main man, Dayo, in the building. And last but not least, yeah, he's always got the TT picture on, you know what I mean? And also, his name is T, yeah? It's none other than T, and the T, you know what it stands for? It stands for Turkish.
Yo, big up.
I get it now.
Big up to you guys, man. Big up to you guys. Big up to you guys.
Trossard begins with a T. It all
Oh
makes
my
sense
god.
now.
Here we go.
All
Here we
makes
go. Here we go.
Mhm.
Here-
Let's go.
Yeah.
Last time we mentioned Trossard. Last time we mentioned Trossard, it all went left. So let's just relax for a bit.
Hey, all
Let's
I'm
calm
saying
down.
is, bro, you never seen me and Trossard in the same room. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. But listen, 2-2 at the Emirates. As the title says, I think it was quite a naive performance. It showed our lack of experience in the competition, and we're gonna get right into it. I want to go to Ash first.
Oi, I am
Um,
the best. You saw that, right? I pointed to Ash before you said Ash because I knew you wanted to go to
Yeah,
Ash.
actually, you're pointing
wanna
out
go
towards Saad.
Bro,
not doing
he's
We're not
got the
doing
mirrored
bro.
cam. Go on your camera and see if it's got mirror. If it's
Yeah,
got mirror on it, you have mirror
exactly.
on your camera, bro. Mirror, you
Because
got mirror
I
on
knew
my
he's
camera.
pointing towards
checked
me,
on.
but
Ah,
I knew you were pointing towards me.
There
but he
you
was
look at
pointing
this guy. Look at
towards
this guy. Ah,
ah.
right. That's what you guys meant.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah. So I
You
was pointing
see?
at him,
You
but yeah.
see?
Okay.
There
Yeah,
you
yeah.
are.
But the
But
point still stands, isn't it? The point still
nah,
stands.
fair enough. But yeah, listen, Ash, I want to get your quick views on the game. And obviously, we'll get everybody else's views, but I want you to start us off because we've not heard from you since the game.
Yeah.
I've heard pretty much nearly everybody here apart from you and T his views on the game. So Ash, 2-2 at the Emirates against Bayern München. You know what I mean? Give me your thoughts on the game, my brother.
Yeah, big up, everyone. I won't talk on the penalty because you said we'll discuss it later.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
leave
that's
that for
separate
some other
issue.
time.
Yeah.
And I'll try to to make it as quick as possible so everyone can get a chime in as well. Look, for me, it's a freaking frustrating game, man. Like, honestly, I came on. I watched like 2 previews. I watched the one I did obviously on your channel, Sad. The one we did just before the game, and I watched the original one I also did like on my channel with one of my friends, Souls.
Bro, I need to. You just reminded me, bro. I need to put you guys' links in the channel, bro. Right, dude.
No, it's all good. It's all good. The reason I watched both, because the one I did with Souls, it was no reaction, it was no chest. Those were like mostly my original thoughts. Last stream we did, I'm an idiot because I was like, man, you know what? It's a prediction. I've learned from Dio. Dio went and like said 3-1 against Man City at the Etihad, and then he got the prediction wrong. But nobody, like, who gives a shit? Like, a prediction, you can get it wrong. Who cares? So I said, man, let me speak with chest. Let me just say we'll win 4-1. Wallahi, generally, I actually didn't believe we'll win 4-1, but I actually did believe we'll win. I said 4-1. You remember the last stream? I was like, man, I'm just gonna speak with chest. I'll say 4-1. I don't give a shit. Which is funny because I did. Remember, I changed it. I said like 3-1 or something initially, and then I said screw it, 4-1. Even though it generally wasn't what I was saying. And when I did my video on my channel initially, I predicted a draw actually at the Emirates. And I think the mistake I made, the trap I fell for, which is so funny because it's so idiotic from me, which is the exact same thing I've been telling others not to do, is look at the Premier League form sucked me in, right? Because I saw we got a result against.
Pause that, bro. My broski. What's going on?
Because I saw we got an amazing result against City. For me, it was an amazing result. I don't care what a lot of people say. I think a draw against City at the Etihad was amazing. And we got an amazing win against Brighton. And I was like, man, you know what? Hooks is right. What the hell is a Heidenheim? You know, Bayern just lost to them. We can definitely go there and win. Forget like smash them.
But that's your job as a fan, right?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it is.
No. Fair enough. As a fan, fair enough. You get excited and all that stuff. But it clearly was, as Saad's title goes, it was extremely naive. It was extremely naive. Honestly, like, we went into this game, I think most of us, and I'll put myself into it because I did get sucked into it last few days, thinking that, Bayern Munich are not that great in the league. When again, if you look at their league form this season compared to the last few years, it's not that far off. It's not like they're 10 points away from where they were like a couple of seasons ago. It's like they're 2, 3, 4 points max of where they were the last 4 or 5 seasons, right? And I think for me, it was pretty naive. Now, I'll say this, First of all, I'm not someone who does agendas. I'm not someone who likes to come and say, you remember when you said this and remember what I said? I'm not going to do that. But for whatever frauds out there that were arguing with me everywhere on Twitter, on your channel, whatever it is, and I was saying, you know how you guys keep saying, let's separate Premier League form and Champions League form. And I was saying, guys, we need to do the exact same thing with Kai Havertz and with Jesus. Because this season in the Champions League, Jesus has been our best attacker, probably our best player, right? And by the way,
bro,
there's a commentary,
who's
guys.
playing something, bro?
Someone is trying to get Saad cancelled.
No, that's Mo's voice, bro. Who's playing Mo's voice?
It's now been released, but
it was Dio. There you are, Dio. There you are. Sorry, go ahead.
Fraud, Dio, fraud. People keep saying, we need to separate Champions League form, Premier League form. It's not the same, which I agree with. But we don't do that for the players. And Jesus this season has been by far our best Champions League attacker, right? Along with Saka, with mainly Jesus. The fact that he was missing against Porto home and away. I mean, away, I know at home he came off the bench in the last 5, 6, 7 minutes. And away from home, he wasn't there at all. For me, it was very clear that he should have started, which is why I predicted him to start in our lineup, right? Because I know when we come up against these defenders like De Ligt, like Eric Dyer, Upamecano, Kimmich, whoever they start, most of these guys like to commit. And Jesus is someone that likes these kind of defenders that commit into tackles because he likes to do that dribble. He likes to cut in the end and create something. And for me, look, I'm not slandering Havertz. This is not a slander on Havertz. He's been amazing since the start of the year. So I'm not going to try and prove a point by saying Havertz is shit. But for me, Jesus should have started that game. He came off the bench, gave us something extremely different in the second half.
I think that's with hindsight. I think that's with hindsight.
It's not with hindsight because I said it before. I said it before the game started. I'm literally the only one who actually
for me now. with hindsight, I say we shouldn't have gone with Havertz. With hindsight,
And-
now seeing what happened, we shouldn't have gone with Havertz. We should have gone with Jesus in that middle position centrally. But yeah, sorry, carry on, bro.
And let me tell you,
But to be
Saad, why
fair to Havertz though, Ash, just one small thing. The 2 goals were because of his hard work. You know what I'm saying?
No,
The first goal,
100%.
he got the ball back, and the second one as well, bro. His pressing was
Bro,
the one.
I agree, but
He
when
was the one that created those goals. You know what I'm saying? And Jesus was really good before the second one, but we got to give Havertz credit when it's due. You know what I'm saying?
Look, T, as I said, this isn't Havertz slander. I'm not going to slander him because I'm not saying he was shit or he. I'm just saying Jesus is a better fit to start for him. Remember when Jesus had that incredible performance against Wolves? He didn't score, right? But he was the reason we set up both goals, and people are still not talking about him, giving him that kind of credit. Like, I understand Havertz works hard, but then so does Jesus, right? The only advantage Havertz has over Jesus is the aerial threat, which we didn't even use to that often, like in that game. Right. And I think that's a better threat to use it off the bench when you're trying to cross in, which anyways we didn't do. And the second thing is, and I think most of you agreed with me on this, like when we were discussing before the game, he shouldn't have started Kivior. He shouldn't. And the reason I went back and watched my original stream when the Champions League draw was done, because I'm like, man, I feel like I said all this. And in my channel, I literally said everything. This is 3 weeks ago when the draw was done. And I said, I hope he doesn't start Kivior that day, no matter. And that time, Kivior was killing it in the Premier League. He was scoring, assisting, keeping clean.
Did anyone put Zinni in their lineups?
No, I don't think so. I put Tomiyasu.
So everyone put Tomiyasu, right?
Yes. No.
I think there's an issue with Tommy, and I know that there's an issue with Jesus. He came out in an interview after the game saying his knee's not right. He probably needs another operation. So there's no way he's starting that game. Like we can question the selection, but I think Zinni was the right call.
I'll explain to you why I don't agree with that logic, right? This quickly, and this is not me trying to sound harsh before I land on my point. We're in the business end of the season. We have 7, 8, 9 games left, depending on like what we do in the Champions League. I don't think this is a time for us to rest players if they're fit to play. If Tomiyasu had just come back from injury and didn't play at all in the last 2-3 games, I'd say fair enough. He doesn't just come back from injury and you start him. I'm not saying let's play Timber. But when he's come back 3 games ago and he's come off the bench in almost every one of those games, I don't see the logic behind not starting him in a game like this.
Well, he hasn't started any of those games, right?
Yeah, but he's come off the bench. So why you bring him off the bench if he's not ready to play?
If he has an injury, obviously not match fit.
Martin, you know what Ash is saying. No, you know what Ash is saying. He shouldn't if he's on the bench, then if he's not match fit, he shouldn't be on the bench. If he's on the bench,
Martin, hold on. Enough for like a 30 minutes.
Martin, understand
like Jesus.
Because it's the Martin, it's the tail end of the season, right? I understand what Ash is saying here. If you're at the tail end of the season, you have a few more games to go. I would rather start Tomiyasu and be sure that Tomiyasu can hold 30 minutes, 35, 40 minutes, not allow any goals to go in, right? And even if he now has to limp off and I bring in Kiwior, I don't know. Listen, my point is this. Listen, my point is this.
Injure your players.
No. But you're saying, hold on. But you're saying, if Kiwior got injured, you'd have to bring in Tomiyasu, right? And you're saying Tomiyasu is not match fit. Okay, fine. Then you bring in Zinni. If Zinni gets injured,
look, I think everyone's doing the same thing to Zinni that they did to Jesus. Is that they forget as soon as someone else scores a couple of goals, they're like, "Oh, we don't need Jesus anymore. Let's put him on the."
No, I'm not.
I believe Zinni because we don't play the same without Zinni on the pitch, and no one it's so important to us and people will not admit to themselves that he's important.
I'm a Zinni.
One sec, Dayo. So what the hell is happening, Saad? Yo, that was
my bad.
No, just to say on this point, I'll just answer Martin's point quickly, and I'll go back to my original thing. The reason why I disagree with you, Martin, is because this isn't the first game. If Tomiyasu has just come back the first game and he's like, he wants to give him like 20, 30 minutes, I agree with that completely. The fact that he's been there for 3 weeks and he's come off the bench in 3 consecutive games, for me, should be enough for you to start the 4th game. Right? And if you're still not fit enough to start the 4th game, you shouldn't even be risking those previous games. And I'll tell you this again, this sounds really harsh,
but
because this goes back to what. One second, guys. Let me land because I think others will want to hit on their points as well.
Yeah.
This goes back to what I said about the Asian Cup and the African Cup as well. I'm at that point, right, where we have to be selfish at the club and say, you know what, we're going to run you down to the ground because it's the last few games left. It's not like you've been playing game in, game out. You've literally missed 50% of your games anyways. So when we have 7 games left forget the double, to just win 1 major trophy, I am going to use you if I have no other option. And the reason I'm saying, and I'm just going to answer Hassad's point, the reason why it's not hindsight is because if you go to my video 3 weeks ago on my channel, I literally said all of this. I said Son is going to come up against Kivior and he's going to skin him. So we need Tomiyasu in that game. This is 3 weeks ago. This is not me saying it now after the game, right? The reason why, and the last point I'll hit on, the reason I completely agree with Saad's thing, you guys remember before the game, we said, do not get scared and take the game to Bayern. Because the one thing that happens when you come up against an out-of-form team, as Bayern allegedly are, and because people are saying, oh, they conceded 3 against, United, they drew against Galatasaray, if I'm not wrong. So even in the Champions League, they're not being the greatest. They lost to Lazio. So when you go up against a team that's not in form, and you are the team in form, and you are the favorite to win at the Emirates, we should take the game to them. And for whatever reason, we play with that cowardly approach, which I don't get. We obviously scored that soccer goal, and then Ben White had that chance. After that, we were so scared to actually press them and commit players in the box, which for me kind of backfired anyway.
We was committing players throughout.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. There was a lot of times when we were playing such safe passes. Outside Odegaard, there wasn't anyone risking anything else until the end. Until the end, when it was already like we were 2-1 down.
No, man, I think
I don't know. Like,
I think we're throwing on goggles here to suit the narrative there, because
even the goal Saka scored. Even the goal Saka scored.
I'm sorry, I can't buy that one. I think that's we're throwing on goggles here now to fit.
Even the goal Saka scored, there was no one in the box. He had to slot it in between 2 players for it to go in. So we weren't committing. If you go and check most of
no, we was committing players forward. Like we was playing in their half of the pitch. Like we was trying to find a way to get.
That's
to the
not
goal.
what I said though. But that's not what I said.
You don't have to throw players in the box to score a goal. We proved that Saka scored without players in the box. But Saka, you just said, even Saka's goal, there wasn't players in the box. So clearly, you don't need players in the box.
And that came from individual brilliance. That's not something that's sustainable throughout the 90 minutes. You can't expect Saka to do a brilliant goal like that 3-4 times in a game. That goal came from individual brilliance. We didn't create any proper chances.
Didn't he get that shot because Havertz won the ball back? Like, didn't Havertz create that chance by winning possession?
Yes, but I'm saying, but he didn't. It was not a clear-cut chance.
Our whole way
goal wasn't a clear-cut
chance. I think that goal was mostly on Ben White because that was a good pass from him. Havertz got the ball back, and then Ben White got an amazing through pass, and it was just Saka only needed to shoot. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying?
No, he didn't. Come on, that finish tee was amazing though. Like
that finish was amazing. Yes, the finish was amazing
between 2 defenders.
Yeah, but I will give more credit to Ben White. You know what I'm saying? That was a good pass from me.
Okay.
Anyways, my point is, after the Ben White chance, we didn't create proper chances, and I think that's because we were just too afraid to attack properly.
I think we were way too extreme on the attacking side of it.
I don't agree with you, Ash, because even the Phil tilt says that Arsenal was in the final third of Bayern more than Bayern was in our final third, and for the overall.
Guys, are you hearing what I'm saying? I'm saying we didn't commit people in the box. Yes, we moved the ball in the final third.
Hold on. The Phil tilt in the final third for Arsenal. We committed more players. I'm looking at the stats right here. We committed more players in their box as against theirs for us. It's a 60-something%. Let me just read it out.
You didn't dispute what I just said. Honestly, you didn't.
65.4% to a 55.3% against theirs in the final third, and more touches in their final third, which means we had more players in their. If we had more touches in their final third, what does that mean? That means we have more players there moving the ball. We can't have 2 against their 5 defenders moving the ball in between them, right?
You didn't dispute anything I said.
No. You're saying we didn't attack as much, and I'm saying the stats show differently though.
I didn't say that. I didn't say we didn't attack more than Bayern. I didn't say we didn't commit more people than Bayern. I didn't say we didn't have more possession in the final third than Bayern. I said we didn't commit players enough, period. Because when we played at that game and they were parking the bus, there were many times when you could have 3-4 players in and cross it in. We didn't do that. That's a fact. You're comparing the stats to Bayern. Of course we had more possession than Bayern, because clearly now in hindsight, we can see that Bayern's tactic, if you want to call it that, was to not have possession and was to try and hit us on the counter. So it's only natural we're going to have more possession than them. It's only natural we're going to have more touches in their box than they would have in ours. That doesn't change the fact that we didn't commit players enough. They're not mutually exclusive.
When we have more touches in their box, my question is, if we have more touches in their box, how are we not then committing people? Because the ball is being moved around in their box, right, by our players.
It's being moved around aimlessly.
No. If you say that we did not, what you should have said. That's what I'm saying. If you said, "Oh, we committed players forward, but they did not do anything with it," I will agree with you. To say that we didn't commit players forward enough is is not true, is what I'm saying. I'm saying we can say the players did not do anything with it. Our players messed up in the final third. Ben White should have taken his chance. All the other chances that we had, we could have crossed more balls in. I totally agree with you that we did not take those chances or use our final third entry properly, right? I agree on that. But that we didn't commit people forward, we did, because look at how they cut us, how Sani cut us through. That tells you how many people we had forward against them. When they countered us, we had nobody at the back. We had literally nobody at the back.
We had
we
literally created 2 big chances today, 3 big chances.
So hold on, because there's a big difference between what Ash is saying and by the way, big up Andy, man, Eid Mubarak, my brother. Eid Mubarak to everybody in the chat, by the way. Or
Eid Mubarak, guys.
Belated Eid Mubarak, because Eid is gone now. But this is I think this is what Ash is saying, because the field tilt, or whatever you're looking at, is obviously saying that we had more players in their half. We had more players
in their final third.
in their final third, yeah,
touches in their box.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine.
They had more big chances, and they had a better
one second. Can I just, guys, please? What I think Ash is trying to say here is that we didn't do it enough. We may have had more than Bayern, but we did not do it enough. And also, I think what he's saying is we can have a lot of touches in their box. We can have possession in their half, but a lot of possession in their half was the same thing as before, horseshoe. We always speak about the horseshoe passing, bang from one side to the other, bang one side to the other, and we always do that. And you see that Party comes on, and one of the first passes that he does, like proper like through balls, is what? The one through ball to Saka, where he
does
gets
that count as a big chance, by the way?
Where he gets the penalty thing. So
does that count as a big chance, by the way?
Big chance created.
No. Does that play, does that count as a big chance in the stats?
What, the Party one?
Yeah, I'm asking the question. Does that count as a?
I can assume it does. I don't know.
I think Partey was also very average, to be honest with you. I think he was average apart from that pass. I don't really see. I think he was very average. And
is what we miss. That pass is what we miss when he is not there.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess we miss a pass, but
that's what I'm saying.
To me, look, honestly, to me, I'm not angry or upset at the boys. I'm just slightly disappointed, and it's slightly, not really. I'm not even fully. I'm slightly disappointed because it was a chance for us. We were home. We had almost everything lined up for us. No fans. We had, we had a bunch of things lined up for us to just be able to just take the game by the scruff and just go on to and then of course again, like, not to pick on fouls or penalties or anything. We shouldn't depend on stuff like that when we can actually just go in and just try and get the thing done. And before this game, when we did the preview before the game, remember I said it, we were talking here and I was saying to you guys that Bayern, your league form does not translate in the UCL. That you will be shocked at what these guys are coming there to do, So I'm just happy that at least we were able to show fight, which is we came back from that 2-1 and scored 2-2. This tells me something about the mentality of the team, that, okay, fine, we dropped the ball, we've messed up, but we cannot go out without a fight. That for me was very key. That for me was key because I was like, the way these guys have scored 2-1, I was trying to figure out, like, where are we finding this goal from? But somehow, some way, this team has showed me that regardless, right, of how tough it becomes for them, they have the fight in them. So, Connor, you keep harping on it. Yes, sell Trossard. The fact that you want to hold on to that point, let's sell him. Please, you keep asking me.
Listen, I think for me personally, I thought it was a very naive performance. I think we were way too extreme on the attacking side in regards to having when I say we were too far forward, is I think our backline was too far forward. Do you know what I'm saying? I would have preferred a more controlled game. Yeah, I would have preferred us to sit in like a mid block, or at least past the halfway line a little bit, where at least if they do go over the top, we don't get caught out the way we done. Yeah,
We didn't get caught out though. We made a mistake. Like we had 5-on-1 in that situation. It wasn't a problem of like tactics or formation. It was just a stuff.
Okay, but still, at that point, I'm talking about the first goal. The first goal. What happened when we got the ball back? When we got the ball back to Gabriel, and I can't lie, Gabriel is well at fault for that, 100%. I agree with you guys on that.
Not Raya.
No. Do you know why Gabriel was at fault? Do you know why Gabriel was at fault? I'll tell you for why Gabriel was at fault. Because as a kid, yeah, when you're first introduced, by the way, he just put up out of nowhere. There you are.
There we are.
There you are. As a kid, yeah, when you first come into football, what you are told, I don't know what's going on with your echo, Connor. I'm just gonna mute you real quick. Nice one. I appreciate it. As a kid, you're told when you come into football, what you're told is if in doubt, get it out. As soon as he's looked back and seen Raya there, Gabriel just slap it into row Z. I don't care if he hits Susan up in row Z. I couldn't give two flying Fs. Broski, get the ball out. You don't need to pass it to Kivior, who's in the middle, where one player is running from behind him. Do you know what I mean? And one player running who's in front of him, where he could just get sandwiched between them. He tries to go for the ball, and he misses it. Then Bayern Munich gets it, and then bang.
Raya
but even at that point, Raya was running for the ball. Raya was running for the ball. I don't even think he's told. I don't even think he's told Gabriel that he's running for that ball.
That's what I'm saying. Communication.
Raya, I don't think he's told him.
He should have called out.
Do you know why? Do you know why I know that Raya didn't say shit to Gabriel? Because Gabriel was taking that ball and then looked back straight to the goal or to the edge of the box, and he's panicked because he's like, bro, where the fuck is Raya? And he's looked back and he's seen Raya right behind him. He's like, bro, what the fuck are you doing here? So I know Raya did not been there. I know that Raya did not do anything.
Rice just stood there. He went forwards instead of covering backwards.
Rice this game for certain moments.
Ben White played them onside.
I thought Rice was good. Is my microphone good, by the way? So the microphone good now.
Yeah, good. Yeah, that's good. Rice, I don't think we can criticize him too much. And the reason why, I'll tell you the reason why. I'll tell you the reason why. The reason why Rice was cautious to a sense is because
he wasn't. He went forward. He went running towards Goretzka, and Goretzka was already full speed going the other way, and he left him for dead.
No, but he can't stick a foot in as easy as that.
Look,
if he gets carded and gets a yellow, he's done.
He's out for next game. Yeah.
So I think that's why Rice was like, bro, I need to time my challenges to perfection. If I think there's even like a 10-15% chance, then I'm not going to go in for that.
I thought Rice was fine. I don't get why there was so much criticism about Rice.
I'm not saying he had a bad game, but I'm saying everyone has a fault.
I don't know why there was so much criticism about Rice on the day. I don't know what was so
fraud about
his performance. I thought he was fine. I don't understand what. Listen, maybe he was a bit poor going forward, but defensively, I thought he was absolutely fine. The two people that were at fault, and listen, I took the piss in the chat right about what Hook said, because listen, Bayern were bad. They weren't in any way threatening. They picked off 2 errors and they got 2 goals. As simple as that. The only 2 people that let us down on the day, unfortunately, was Gabriel and Saliba. Everyone else was fine, in my personal opinion. It's a shame Havertz didn't get involved as much because he didn't have much to feed through. But apart from the 2 centre backs, no one let us down on the day.
Okay, can I just quickly, because
I can name a few more.
One second. I need to call Vader out because he's coming here and trying to draw me out on my own channel for some reason. So, firstly, Vader, hello. Secondly, Veta, you're saying that I'm waffling. The first goal had nothing to do with us being too high defensively. Why is my defensive line at that point, at the halfway line, as soon as the ball gets kicked over, why are they not tracking back? Why are they not running back? Do you know what I mean? I expect as soon as that ball goes over, I expect to run back. No, but brother, Raya is too far forward. everyone was just too far forward. Everyone was just too far forward, bro. But yes, and that's where you get caught out. That's where you get caught out. If you're too far forward, that's where you get caught out, bro.
To be fair to Saad, guys.
Listen, do you remember the one-on-one with Sane, right? I don't know if it was a corner or we had some form of set piece, right? And Sane was running like towards our goal, and I was like, off camera, there's going to be a defender there. There was no one there. Like there were times we were playing with such a high line. I thought, okay, this is getting ridiculous now.
Yeah, the high line.
That was nearly 3-1, by the way.
High line for life. High line.
Yeah, Ben White stopped it.
High line.
Yeah, it was to be fair to Saad. To be fair to Saad about Raya, he is right about us playing. At that moment, we were playing really high because we were at that moment bombing Bayern München, bro. Basically, because we were going forward, we looked really good. Saka got the goal in the 10th or 11th minute, I think. We were looking really good, and I thought, bro, this is gonna be maybe a 3-0 if it goes like this. You know what I'm saying? So at that moment in time, mentally, we were comfortable as well. You know what I'm saying? And we were attacking as well. So everyone at that moment was a little high. No pun intended. Yeah, but everyone was a little bit high. And Raya was also way out of his line, man. It was true. It's true. Saad is true in a sense because we were looking comfortable at that moment.
I'm watching the game back. I can't lie because I think I need to watch it back.
We played a high line, right? But we made 2 errors that resulted in goals. If we didn't make those errors, we'd be talking about a whole different game. Those 2 goals, those 2 goals were from mistakes that we made, not. Like, yes, they created a counter attack, and then we made a mistake, and they capitalized on it. And of course, when we make those kind of mistakes with a team like Bayern, regardless of how poor we think they are, they still have quality in them enough, an individual quality to be able to hurt you when you make mistakes with them. So this is where I think that we need to, we need to look at the game again. And of course, I'm sure Arteta and the team will look at it and be like, when we go to the arena, there's no making mistakes. If we play Bayern the way we were supposed to play, like look at how we played Newcastle when we pressed them. I'm not comparing Newcastle and Bayern. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm just saying playing that same high line and pressing them that high, and not making any mistakes, we will be good because they don't like being pushed back. And we noticed that in the first 15 minutes.
If we play a high line at the Allianz, that's suicide.
No, I'm not saying go there and play a high line. Yeah, go on, Martin.
Go ahead, Martin.
What happened to us in that game was Arsenal happened to us. And anyone that's watched Arsenal Champions League over the last 20 years knows exactly what happened. It's a comedy of errors for us sometimes as a club in the Champions League. And people bantered about us forever because it's true. Like something will go wrong. It's like you can hear slapstick music going on like it's a Benny Hill theme or something, right? But what I do take pride out of is that we didn't do the thing that we used to do, which was turn that game where we're winning 1-0 into like a 5-1 loss into a game where we brought it back to 2-2. And we did it by playing offensively. And I think that the biggest thing that I take from this game was that we were too cautious. We cared too much about stopping them. And rather than going full on and playing our game, and we played this mixed match of, Kiwior is good, but he's supposed to be the better defender. He's supposed to be the guy that stops this from happening. If it was Zinchenko there that got skinned by Sane for that goal, like we would be hearing like people wanting to murder the guy today. Like it'd be crazy. Oh my goodness. So, what?
Atalanta 1-0 up. Sorry.
No fucking way.
That's beautiful.
Come on now.
But yeah, I think that we can't individually point. Like I don't want to go back into all the details of players and selection and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like if people are angry about the game, they want to pick out these things and they will go for whoever they want to and have a pretty good reason to back it up. But overall, that was a team failure that turned our easy game into like life or death with Bayern, and they will take the slightest of chances. Like looking at those lineups, it was actually like scary how good their lineup was on the bench. Like their bench team could probably kick their ass. Like I don't know why they keep playing some of these players like Dyer, but we'll take those favors. But at the moment, they're a team that's hurting, and they have elite world-class talent all over the pitch. So we couldn't afford to give them a single sniff. But fortunately, Arteta seemed to make the changes, and the team found the answers, and Jesus showed his quality. And I think the players that weren't playing were playing were not playing because they're not up to 100% fitness. Like I think Arteta would have played Tomiyasu if he had the choice to play him from the start of the game, stuff like that. So I'm happy that we came back. I'm frustrated and disappointed. I think the penalties and stuff is like the most non-existent conversation because they technically should have had a penalty. I think we technically should have had a penalty. There's no point even talking about it. It's like evened out.
Were you guys annoyed the fact that they brought in Zinchenko? I was pissed off. I was so pissed
I was
off.
calling for him.
I was
Saad said khalas, this is over.
So
You know-
in the
you know
WhatsApp
what-
group,
you know
there's an
what
image
surprised-
that shows.
You know what surprised me? You know what surprised me? Even Hooks was like, you know what? This game is done.
Yeah,
It's
Hooks, you
done.
as well, bro.
Bro,
Wallah.
Hooks,
Why didn't it?
Hooks
What did he
surprised
do?
me, bro.
Give you like
But
he done nothing in that
I
second
can't
half.
lie. I can't. No. I can't lie. Zinchenko actually had a decent second half.
Yeah, no, he did.
And I'll tell
He
you.
did.
And I'll tell
Can
you.
you
And
look
I'll
at the
tell you
WhatsApp?
why.
I put a pass, Matt.
What was it in the WhatsApp? Yeah.
First
Yeah,
half
listen-
and second half.
Listen. Now that I look back, it actually wasn't that high, the line for that first goal. So I'll take that back, Semi.
High
But
line for life.
It's sad, like,
High
I'll
line
just
for
say
life.
sad, like people are saying this thing about oh, you know what happened is Arsenal, like we gave them the 2 errors, but then Bayern can say the same thing. They can say the only
That's-
reason Arsenal went forward is because Alphonso Davies lost the ball stupidly in his own
Yeah.
defensive
No.
third, and we
Every
scored. So
goal
they
comes
can-
from a
and
mistake.
exactly, every goal comes from a mistake, and they were extremely unlucky, I should say, to not have scored when Coleman hit that shot. We were saved by the post.
what?
So like it
Through his
works, it
legs,
works.
through David Raya's legs. Oh
And
my
in the
god!
89th minute.
Please.
That's the only love.
Right.
Twice,
there.
nearly twice.
Well, my heart nearly came out my mouth.
I
High
shot
line,
myself.
high line for life.
Coleman, oh my god! I don't want to experience anything like that again. I swear to God.
There you are,
We
mate.
were
Look
shambles
at this
up
beta
like
guy. Look at this beta guy. I
Yeah.
accept that as an apology, son.
Veda,
Do you know
Well, let's
what I
forgive
find- do you know
it.
what I find funny,
Waiting
right? Do you know what I find funny? Arsenal are living rent free in everyone's heads. Like
Everyone.
it's funny. Like
But
I go on Twitter after a draw, by the way, not a 5-1, not a loss, a draw. Oh, I thought Gabriel and Saliba were the best partnership in the world. Oh, Romero's better than Saliba. I'm like, hold on a minute. Yeah, they had a bad game. What footballer doesn't? Still, the matter of the fact, we're still the highest scoring team in the league. We're the best defensive team in the league. We're top of the league, but we're shit. But we're shit. You know,
Yeah, well, that's the reason. That's the reason, Connor.
That's the reason.
They do
But-
hate along.
but Connor,
They
Connor.
do hate along.
Connor, exactly what you said is the reason why they roasted us for drawing, because they were thirsty this whole year.
100%.
They were just waiting. They were just waiting for that one moment, and they just take a draw. Basically, they're really hungry, and they have some food stamps, so they buy some edibles. You know what I'm saying? Not the green ones. You know what I'm saying?
They
Not
need
the green
Arsenal
ones.
tears.
Not the green ones. Not the green ones. I'm just talking about small snacks. You know what I'm saying? And they're just feasting on that small snack they bought, which is a draw. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like
He is so
Porto
right.
when
You
we
know
lost
what?
away at
See, look,
Porto.
see, no,
He
no,
is
T
nuts.
is so right. You know what is so funny that Connor just said right now? Like Arsenal living rent free in people's heads. Like they have nothing to banter us with, and then when we draw, it's like, oh, all hell breaks loose. Look at this. Look at this. And then in the same vein, the same people are the ones who say Arsenal is not good enough to win the league. Yet, if you don't win the league, you are bottled. I'm like, explain this to me. Are we
Yeah, we
good
live in a
enough?
paradise.
Are we good enough to win the league? And if we don't win it, then we bottled it, or are we not good enough? Because if we're not good enough, then we don't bottle it. If you say someone is not good enough to win a fight, right? It's like, oh, let's say Connor and I are going to get into the boxing ring, and you're like, Dyer, you don't stand a chance against Connor. He's a boxer. He's learned how to box, right? So I don't stand a chance. If I lose that fight, should you be making fun of me? Because I didn't stand a chance anyway in the first place. Like I just don't get it with them. It's like I hear one in one vein, Arsenal should not be here. They're pretenders. Blah blah blah. In the next vein, if you don't win the league, you're bottlers. What are you saying? Like we can only be bottlers if you believe that we are the best team and we're going to win it.
yeah.
That's the only time we can be bottlers.
No,
Just shows levels. Just shows levels. That's
100%.
all
But
I'm saying.
listen, I wanna move on. Obviously we've been speaking about the game for a bit, yeah. Let's move on to the controversial part. So this game was laced with controversy from a Gabriel penalty to a Saka penalty to a red card for Harry Kane. Do you know what I mean? There was 3 major incidents which we need to speak about. So we're gonna start off with the Gabriel penalty. No, don't worry, Dale. We're gonna get to that. That's the final one that we're gonna speak about, because that happened right at the end. Do you know what I mean? But I want to speak about the Gabriel incident, because Gabriel did pick it up, and I know they do that, but normally the ball is thrown to Gabriel. It's not kicked to Gabriel. I think that is a penalty, and we got away with one there. And the reason why I think it's a penalty is because he's kicked it to him. If Raya throws the ball to him, I think we're fine, because they always do that.
Mhm.
But the fact that he's kicked the ball to him, I'm like, okay, he's actually kicked the ball. That's a pass.
Has
That's a
anyone ever
pass to a
seen that
player.
be called as a penalty before?
No, but it's the fact that
No,
he
like
grabbed the
in their entire life, like in like Sunday football or whatever, because it's just restarting play. Like there's no advantage. I wouldn't personally want to have a goal given to us if they did that thing. I don't understand why everyone wants it to be a penalty so bad. It's just you're just like doing a throw in, or taking a goal.
I don't want it to be a penalty, but it is most definitely a penalty. Like if it was blown, if it was blown and given as a penalty, I wouldn't like. Obviously, I'd be mad because
But is there any precedence? Like, has anyone seen it before?
That's exactly what I wanted to say. There's no precedence, right? Because honestly speaking, no. There's no precedence, Hooks. There's no precedence for this. And I'll say this. Every single time. How many times have you seen the referee blow for a goal kick? Ask yourself in the game. Let's be real.
When the referee blows, when
the ball goes out of play, I'll give an example. When the ball, when the ball
was wasting time,
the referee will
blow, and that will be a signal for the goalkeeper.
Exactly.
So the referee has blown. Raya has kicked the ball to Gabriel, and Gabriel has picked it up with his hands. However you interpret that scenario is fine. Everyone's allowed to interpret in their own way, but by the letter
the letter of the law does not. No. See, there's no precedence for this. I have watched games where the referee has.
You don't need precedence for the law.
Can I just land? What do you mean you don't need precedence for the law? Okay, so there's a law that says that if you pick up the ball in your box, right? Even if, let's say, for example, let me ask you a question. I've seen this before in the game, right? A goalie put the ball down. The player was about to play, looked at the ball, and noticed the bulge on the ball. There was a bulge because they had been kicking the ball. So he picked up the ball. Referee blew, and he was like, "No, there's a bulge on the ball." And the referee was like, "Oh, okay." He had what do we know that he was picking it up for? Like he passed the ball to him, he put it and he set it down.
It doesn't matter why.
What are we saying here? What are we saying here?
Yeah, but let's be real. Let's be real.
Bayern players didn't even encroach the box.
But let's be real. This just showed that we were just flustered at the day. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we conceded the 2 goals as well. But let's be real, man. We don't know. We need to look at Raya's intentions, not at Gabriel's intentions, because Gabriel was at that moment focusing. Raya put that ball in a place where you can, when you pass it, it's basically a goal. It's basically you start the game. Yeah, you start the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? And I think Raya's intention was to do that. To be fair, and Gabriel just picked it up and thought the game didn't start yet, because normally Raya gives it with his hands to him to start the play. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a lack of concentration of Gabriel, and I think it was a wrong move of Raya, because normally he doesn't do that. But at the end of the day, this should have been a penalty. No ifs and buts for me. I'm going to be real. This was a penalty. And even the referee said, even the referee said, it's a
penalty. But if it actually was called, I think the outrage would have been off the charts, like insane. I think if you want this reality where people start calling penalties for like minor like restart infringements, I think is totally ruining the game. To be honest,
I would have been mad.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is I'm looking at it from a technical perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
technically, when you pass the ball with your feet from that position, you start the play. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just looking at it from a technical perspective. Because
but it's like a gray area, because referees and whistles around free like kicks from like a restart of play, like a free kick or whatever. There's only a few times where they're very clear about it. And it's when you win a foul and then they say, okay, you can't take a free kick now. You have to wait till I take the whistle. Otherwise, it's up to the player's discretion. So I think player restarting play, like if that's people how they want a goal, fine. Give them a penalty. But then you've got to give us the Saka penalty.
Okay, no worries.
Maybe that's why he didn't give the Saka penalty.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Ash. Go ahead, Ash.
No, I don't think he didn't give the Saka penalty because that. But look, guys, I mean, if you just look at the FIFA law, it says a handball offense is given if a player deliberately touches the ball with their hand or arm, which is why I'm saying you don't need precedence. If the law is written, you follow it. Remember when Michael Oliver booked Martinelli twice for the same phase of play against Wolves and he got a red card? There was no precedence before that. There's no precedence before that, but that's the correct decision because he committed two. There wasn't. They actually spoke about it in BN and said that no one has ever done this before, at least in the Premier League, right?
In the Premier League, but like I've seen that before.
Yeah. But the fact is, but I'm pretty sure Michael Oliver didn't go study the previous footage from 20, 30 years ago. The fact is, it was the correct decision back then because Martinelli's two offenses were both yellow cards. So he deserved the red card. It's the same thing now. The referee blew the whistle, as Hook said. Raya took the goal kick. Gabriel Magalhaes, for whatever reason, was not ready, caught the ball. By the law, if that happened, by the way, I wouldn't have been pissed at the referee. I would have been pissed at Gabriel. Why aren't you focusing? Like, why aren't you looking at what the hell happened?
Remember when Van Persie kicked the ball away a second after the referee blew the whistle and they sent him off?
Yeah, that was a wrong decision.
That was technically right, the decision, but it was a ridiculous thing to do to a sporting event of that scale. And the referees have that in their mind when they make their subjective judgments on something which can't be called.
Yes, Martin, that's correct. The referees do tend to do that when at some games, at specific games, referees do tend to do that. Yes, and they sometimes admit it as well that they didn't want to ruin the game, so that's why they didn't send the player off. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
I remember when I played football and then I watched football on the TV. The foul throws that were called were so much looser in the Premier League, just because the refs were like, whatever, they're just throwing the ball in. I'm not even going to like bother call that. Unless it's Arsenal, where we get pretty much call on every foul throw, but it's an example of like interpretation.
Well, listen. Obviously, we that penalty, in my opinion, it was a penalty anyway. But there's a difference of opinion there. Next one I want to speak about. That prick.
Yeah, he should have been sent off.
Should he have been sent off?
Yes.
Foul play.
That's the Premier League. That'd be
now. Let me just explain the reason why I think he should be sent off is because not only does he take one look behind him to where Gabriel is, he takes two looks. He looks to the right over his shoulder. He looks to the left over his shoulder. He realizes where Gabriel is, and then he swings his arm back. And literally chins.
Yeah,
that's chinning someone, bro. He chins Gabriel, bro. Gabriel's on the floor, like, bro, what the fuck? Like, what the hell, bro? I just got chinned, bro. Like, he's trying to check if he ain't bleeding and shit, bro. Because that was actually mad. That was a full elbow pelted to the face, bro. It's crazy. So in my opinion, I think he should have been sent off. I'm assuming everybody else is in that same.
I don't think it was a red.
You don't think it was a red?
Yeah, me neither.
Wow.
I think he was intending for Gabriel to smack into his back. And I know Kane is a dirty guy and he will add. I think it was a yellow for sure because he's getting away with a violent conduct there, but he knows that I think the ruling is that if it doesn't have a clenched fist, then they don't consider it a hit because I think you need to clench to really like mean it. So Kane was kind of like this. He's just blocking, but he doesn't know Gabriel's coming down to his face.
I don't know about that, to be honest.
Bro.
I can tell you what, I can generate a lot of force with my arm without clenching my fist.
Without clenching your fist, 100%.
Yeah.
I can generate a lot.
I can go like that, and I'm.
Yeah, no.
Hooks, I know about that.
Hooks. What Martin is saying.
Players can take advantage of that.
No. Hooks. What Martin is saying is this: because it's a contact sport, you have to set a level of what you would call over contact. So, for example, if your hands are open and you're flailing your hand, it looks like, okay, cool, like it's yellow, mistake, whatever. Fist clenched, it means like you mean something. They're just trying to set like different levels because it's a contact sport. So that means that. So here's what I'm saying, Hooks. So understand. So Hooks. No, of course. they'll in everything there'll always be advantages and disadvantages. Regardless, it can never be perfect. So if we say that every contact, whether hands open or fist clench, is a red card or yellow card, it means that if any of our players ever do something like that, you're out.
But it's violent.
Wait, Hooks and Sad, just asking you guys a question. Do you guys think he intentionally elbowed Gabriel in the face?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Okay, so this is where this is where I agree with Martin. I don't think he meant to elbow. I think what he meant to do is the same dirty tactic he's been using for years, which is when an aerial ball comes, he waits for the last moment and he backs into the player. Because
And then he
I think that's what he ended. Exactly.
Normally I would agree with that, Ash. Normally I would agree with that, Ash, but you need to look at his arm. You need to look at his arm that went to his face. It's in a really, in my opinion, in an unnatural position. Normally you wouldn't have your arm that high. No, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm
saying? When he played against us 2 seasons ago, and he won a foul like that, his hand was up as well. His hand was up, and I can't remember which defender that jumped up from our team, and he had his hand up and he put his back down, and I think we got the foul if I'm not wrong. So he has done it before when he put his hand up like that.
Yeah, this is a real hit and miss one because
it was at the Emirates.
It was a 4-2 game. I think it was Guendouzi, bro.
I think so.
I think it was Guendouzi
Kane where he took Gabriel out. When Gabriel's passing the ball and Kane comes running in and like shoulder charges him in the face and like just
that's a yellow.
Just ragdolls. Yeah. But Kane knows perfectly how far to push it, where he knows that he won't get sent off.
Like Rodri. He's like Rodri.
For me personally, I think it's a sending off. I think the fact that he looks at him twice, knows exactly where he is, and puts it back. I think it's a red. Do you know what I mean? So
I'm curious to hear your guys' opinions, right? Because I've been having this like thing in my head.
I'll be right back. I've got to go to the toilet, man.
When we go to Allianz next Wednesday, do we try playoff football, or do we play the way we played against City?
1 second, I just needed to go to the toilet. Why is Connor trying to take away precious content from There's only so many things that I can talk about, brother. Why are you trying to bring in the other game? We saved that for preview.
Can we discuss the soccer penalty while you're gone for a
Toxic Tash? Yes, you're down by 1-0 to Atalanta. Just giving you heads up. That's all.
That's why he's in it. He's trying to put some positivity right now.
Listen, I'm gonna go quickly. I'll be right back. But can you go obviously speak about the Saka penalty now, because that's a whole nother topic in itself.
That was a clear penalty. I don't know. Honestly, I think someone said this. I can't remember in what show. They were like, maybe because it was so late in the game, right? There was no 2, 3, 4 minutes. I think maybe it was Dio or someone who said it. And they're like, oh, there was not enough time for the referee to think about it. The fact that the referee did not even go and check this in the monitor was embarrassing. And for anyone saying Saka was trying to dive, like this guy was through on goal. He cut to the left. I understand the argument that some people are saying where he left his right leg. But if you've played football, you understand sometimes when you're cutting quickly to the extreme left or extreme right, it's natural that your other leg will be trailing behind. Right?
Do you know the thing that gets me the most, right? And listen, I'm torn because one day I'm hearing reasonings for why it should have been. I'm hearing reasons why it shouldn't have been. I'm 50-50. What pisses me off so much was if it was intentional when Saka meant to hit into Neuer, he had an open goal and he would have scored that. He would have got past Neuer and he would have scored that. And that's
I thought he was going to chip it
most. He actually, I don't know. He didn't even need the penalty. He could have scored that.
Let me say this. Let me say this to you as well. If you notice, Saka got tripped, and that's why I keep on playing this thing frame by frame. Noah's leg was still in motion. Contact was made, and Saka still landed on his feet. If he was going for a dive, he would have gone for a dive. He still landed on his left leg, boom, and then twisted his right leg, and that's when he then lumped and fell. Go watch the video clip again.
I think two things can be true. It can be a penalty from Neuer because he didn't stop moving. He didn't plant his foot. He had his leg out. He's doing what Aaron Wan-Bissaka did to Elliot the other day when Elliot dived.
Look at it here.
But Saka doesn't know how to win penalties by diving. He's not actually good at it. If someone's coming at him in that situation, he freezes and then does something very unnatural. And that's why the ref didn't give it. I don't think he.
But you know, the funny thing is, that's exactly my reason. Martin, for 1 second.
Yeah.
So that's exactly my reason why I'm torn about this penalty as well. Because when I saw that penalty for Elliot, I was like, bro, that's never a penalty. You can just clearly see that he sticks his right foot into his crotch. Pause. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I think the ref should have gone and looked at it on the screen, because I don't think he can really make that judgment. In real time, it's so fast, it looks crazy. So when you slow it down to slow-mo, you can make anything from any angle look like however you want to show it, and we're never going to agree.
I'll just say that, you know how people have been saying over the last few days, like, oh, Saka was looking for the contact. By the way, that's such a stupid argument, because even if he was, so what? A lot of the penalties that are won because some players are looking for a contact. When they do that cut, they're hoping that the player who tackles them wins that. You think Jesus was not looking for the contact when he went against Tariq Lamptey against Brighton? He was looking for that contact, which is why he did that cut. So if Saka cut there and was hoping Neuer would make that contact, then it doesn't matter if he was looking for it. It's still a pen. As Martin said, if Neuer's foot was planted, I agree. That means Saka is just trying to intentionally fall on him to try and make it, to try and sell it. But as Dayo was showing in the pictures, that was never the case. Neuer's leg never stopped moving until it made contact with Saka. Once the contact happened,
Saka should have planted his right foot and then be tripped over. He's trying to sell that, but he just kind of flew through the air with his leg out, so it doesn't look natural. And the way he landed was very awkward. So yeah, I don't think you can say it's a pen for sure.
For me, why? See, I still don't know. This has been really hard for me. The reason why I still don't know whether it's a pen or not is because when you look at it from a certain angle, what happens is Saka cuts to the left, but as he cuts to the left, he swings his right leg.
That's what I mean.
Unnaturally wide, like for the speed that he's moving and the direction that he's decided to take. Yeah. I've seen him do this so many times.
There was hooks. There was clips. There was clips of him doing it multiple times.
It's so.
He's done it.
But
he's done it. He always. That's.
I don't know.
No.
Now Hooks has said it. My conclusion: he deliberately done that.
No,
it just looks deliberate.
This is the thing for me. This is I
so intentionally wide. Like it's so unnaturally
I
wide.
want to say this personally. I want to say this.
Hold on. There's multiple videos of Saka in the past when he cuts in like that, where his leg always swings out, even when there's nobody close to him.
Exactly.
That's how Saka. It's like saying Raheem Sterling runs with his hands on his side like a dog.
I don't know, man.
And then you say, oh, all of a sudden, why is Raheem Sterling's hand up? Why did they hit the player on the shoulder or something like that?
It's going to be 50-50 with whether it's going to be 50-50 with whether this is.
But there was contact. But there was contact though. 50-50. There was contact in the box. 50-50.
The main problem is, it's always going to be no one's going to agree on this penalty, right? The problem is, and even if I believe it's not a penalty or if it is, the fact that they didn't check it is stupid in itself.
Yeah.
So this can I just give my quick point of view on this? I think it's a penalty 100%, and the reason why I think it's a penalty 100%. Anybody who knows when you play football, and you're traveling at that speed and you quickly turn to the left or to the right, your opposing foot is always going to swing. It's always going to swing. Your opposing foot is going to go up and it's going to swing. It happens to everybody. Even the great Iron Robin, when Iron Robin would go onto when he's running fast and he goes onto his left foot, watch back at all the times that he goes onto his left foot. What does his right foot do? His right foot swings with him when he moves on, and then he plants his right foot down and he takes the shot and curls it into the top net. This is from some of the greatest players that we know that love to cut onto that left foot. That's what Saka was trying to do. So his foot being that high is nothing brand new. This is gonna happen. You can't. Okay, no, that's fine. You can say it's not that high or not. But what I'm saying is, if you look at it, no player is just going to go to the left and then he's completely going to go to the left. He's done this. This has happened to him in. There was another one which they showed against Villarreal, a clip that's been going around, which he done against Villarreal. That one, I agree. On that one, he was looking for the penalty. That's not a penalty. That one against Villarreal is not a penalty because he stuck his leg out hoping that he'd touch him. Do you know what I mean? He stuck it out proper.
But I think he's wide because he was
hold on.
aware of where Neuer was and
But
he wanted the contact.
Yeah, but hold on. But the thing is, for me, yeah, if you look at, I think it was 2 years ago, when we played Liverpool, yeah, and what's his name went down. Allison went down to try and get the ball, yeah. Either way, yeah, his foot is gonna hit somebody. It just is. Oftentimes he tries to stay on his feet. He's not gone down for a dive. He's not dived. So that's out the question. He hasn't dived. But all I'm gonna say is, yeah, all I'm gonna say is the reason why I think it's a penalty for me, yeah, the reason why I think it's a penalty for me is because when you see Neuer, you see his foot going towards the ball. People are saying he just planted his foot and stood still. No, he didn't. His foot, you could see his foot moving towards the ball. Once he realizes I'm not gonna get it, once he realizes I'm not gonna get that ball, yeah, then his foot is in a position where it's in the way of Saka's leg. So he's taken out his leg because he's gone for the ball thinking I'm going to get it. He's realized it hasn't. He's planted his foot down. And then that's in the way of Saka's leg. That's why I think it's a clear penalty. But this whole situation with the penalty, I've realized so many people are looking at it in different ways, and it's just never going to be... All I could do is give my evidence for why I think it's a penalty, but not everybody's gonna think, oh yeah, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. It's always...
this is a real 50-50 situation. You know what I'm saying? Because you know this, and we know this, that Saka dribbles like that, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? We know that he tried this against Villarreal but didn't succeed, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Because we watch him week in week out. But that referee, maybe he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? For him, basically, it looks deliberate because his right leg does look unnatural. You know what I'm saying? That's it, basically. And he doesn't watch Saka week in, week out like we do. You know what I'm saying? We can know he dribbles like that, but he doesn't know that. You know what I'm saying? For example, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying this is the case, but if you look at it from an objective perspective, from a neutral perspective, yeah, from a person that doesn't watch Saka week in, week out, his right foot looked unnatural, and that's why they didn't give the penalty. Even though I agree with Saad for a certain extent, because I think the right foot of Neuer was too much forward for it to be natural as well. You know what I'm saying? His leg was his right leg was so far forward that it almost looks like he wanted to trip him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, honestly, I think Martin said it best. Like, Saka does know how to sell it. Like, if Saka came from the La Masia Academy of Barcelona, he would have screamed and turned around, rolling, and at least the referee would have gone. It's like, yo, what the hell happened? Let me go check the monitor. Like, but he didn't know how to sell it.
It's performative fear a little bit, but anyone who played a lot as a defender will know that there's certain players who are very good at making anything, even non-contact, look like a foul. Saka's never had that, and I think he should really just stop trying to win penalties. But the thing is, when you're going at that speed, and he knows that he's made Neuer overextend, that there's a fraction of a second there for him to make a decision on: am I getting past this guy? Do I need to protect myself from getting injured? Like, there's a lot of questions that go through your head in that moment. So I think he's just kind of like froze and waited for the contact, and it's come in a really awkward way. But at the end of the day, I think the referee has the job. If he's got Bayern players in his ear going, you should have given us a penalty for Gabriel picking up the ball, he's got that feeling in his mind that he's not going to give anything that's sort of like gray area penalty. He's not going to do that favor for us. So that's why he never went to the screen. That's why VAR, like, they just sort of got to the end of the game and they're like, yeah, we're not really checking it. Like, everyone go home. Like, he'd made his decision that he wasn't given that penalty.
Yeah, it almost looked like he didn't want to make a last-second drama out of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because he went by it really fast. You know what I'm saying? They didn't look at it like thoroughly and like really deep into it. They were just like, nah. They said no, it's done, finish, halas. Let's go home. Let's have you know what I'm saying? Let's have 8. Let's have 8. You know what I'm saying? Let's celebrate 8 and chill out. You know what I'm saying? It almost looked like that, bro.
That referee is lucky he was at the Emirates because Arsenal fans are not violent fans. If it was another team that had a bunch of violent fans,
But for me,
I think T knows all
want to
about
say,
them. T knows all about violence.
that's what I'm saying. Our team, like I saw T. I don't know. I know this is not about Arsenal, but remember there was a game where I think it was in Turkey where the owner came on the pitch and punched the referee.
yeah.
That was Fenerbahce when they were Galatasaray. Which one was that?
I was
No. That was not Fenerbahce Galatasaray.
Which referee's
Really?
ever been scared
No, it
for
was
their
the
life
Turkish
at the
club, though. It
Emirates?
was the Turkish club, innit?
Yeah, it was the Turkish club, but it was not Fenerbahce. Bro, there are more clubs than Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, bro. You uncultured
My bad.
swine, bro.
Trabzonspor, Besiktas, we know them.
It was probably
We should do a
Besiktas.
show
You
about
know what I
like
mean?
guessing.
No, it
random
was
Turkish
it was one of the lower clubs, so it's natural that these things happen because
that was wild, man.
those are more hostile environments. You know what I'm saying?
That was wild.
And,
Imagine that guy being the owner of Arsenal and the referee did that.
Yeah,
Brother, that happened. Brother, it happened for Porto, man. What's his name? Big on Conceição.
Oh
He
yeah,
punched
yeah,
the ref, bro.
yeah.
He punched the ref and the police officer, bro. He punched the ref, he punched the police officer, and he punched everybody, bro. Wallahi.
No referee has
Yeah.
ever given us the decision because they're scared of the Emirates atmosphere. Like, what are they worried about? Getting thrown a prawn sandwich at them or something? Like, that ref is not fearing people at all.
Bro,
but you know what? Yeah, I've actually had a question that I wanted to ask Ash.
yeah. Can I say what I think about the penalty first, because I didn't say what I think about the penalty.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't think it's a penalty because for me, even though I agree with Ashraf in the point that Bukayo Saka dribbles like that, yeah, it just looks too unnatural for me. It looks deliberate, and if you do something deliberate, it will look really bad on the referee's eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's just as simple as that. Because Gabriel Jesus is the one that dives the most in our club, and he had some fouls that were even worse than this that didn't get called because he dived too much, and the referee was just done with him. He was like, "Nah, I'm just not going to give you the free kick." You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, this is not a penalty, bro. It looks unnatural and it looks deliberate, and I wouldn't be surprised if the referee thought like that as well.
I listen. I don't think so. I don't think so. But I can listen. I can understand the points made for why you think it isn't a penalty, why certain people think it isn't a penalty, and I can understand the points, obviously, for people like me who think it is a penalty. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very 50-50 decision, and it's really hard to get it down. Why is Martin laughing? Because I made
The
that
referee-
little
the
joke.
No, I'm laughing at Vader's comment. He wants to like see he wants names on the panel so he's give credit or bad takes or good takes.
And you know what it is, Saad, for me? You know what it is as well for me? I think our focus for this game needs to be mostly on the mistakes that we made instead of this penalty. Because you should never leave it to the refs.
I agree.
I watch UFC. I watch UFC, and to the chat as well. Saad is gonna do a UFC 300 watch along Saturday night. Be there. It's gonna be his first UFC stream, and maybe I'll be there as well if I'm not too cooked, because it will be like 4 or 5 in the morning for me. So yeah, make sure you'll be there. But I've watched a lot of UFC, okay, and I've seen one of my favorite fighter, George St. Pierre. If you know, you know what I'm saying. He got busted up. He got busted up one time, yeah, by another fighter called what was his name again, bro? I forgot his name. It's not relevant anyway. But anyway, he got busted up, bro, and everyone thought he lost his title. Khalas, it's over. Okay, and the ref just gave him the win. You know what I'm saying? They gave St. Pierre a win at the end. He was at the press conference after, bro. If you look at his face, you would think, bro, this is the guy who lost, but they gave him the win anyway. You never know when a ref will do something fraudulent or when he will do something legit. So you should never leave it to the refs. We should focus on our players making those stupid rookie ass mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
High pressure moments. You need to deal with this. This is the Champions League. This is the big stage. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add to what you just said, Nan?
Yeah.
Also, we need to be. You're right. You're right. We should never leave it to the referees. We should never leave it to any of these.
I agree, 100%.
But the most important thing we also have to remember is this team is just coming to the Champions League after how many years for the first time. A lot of these kids don't have that experience as well. So you're right.
Yep.
The rookie mistakes will happen because they've not experienced this before. This is their first experience of it. So definitely, regardless of how highly we rate their talent and their skill and their cohesion as a team, there's still the element of the fact that they have never all played together in the Champions League as a team. This is the first time they're playing.
It's adversities.
And
that's exactly.
And these things will come up. These mistakes will be made. We just have to keep our fingers crossed that these mistakes don't cost us too much. But one thing, like I said, that I realized about this team and that I love about this team, if this was the Arsenal of old at 2-1 down by Bayern, they were out. They were not going to come back. If this was Arsenal of old, what this team has showed me is that regardless of how inexperienced they are at the Champions League level, because I will not say that for the league, we last season we bottled it, but we challenged, and we're doing the same this season. We're still challenging, but for the Champions League, as rookie as we are and as naive as we can be, they still show that fight to be able to come back regardless of what team it is. So for me, that is a good thing to have as you're learning from your mistakes, because we will make those mistakes. We will make those mistakes. Let's guarantee there's no heritage for Arsenal when it comes to Champions League. We can't point at one, apart from our 2016, we can't point at any other team that we can say Arsenal has built that we can say, oh, this team challenged consistently. No, 14 years ago was the last time we were in the quarterfinals. 14 years ago. That means somebody gave birth to a child that 14 years ago, and that child right now is in high school. But that's what that.
And Dio, just to add to that, Dio, I agree. And that's the reason why I am not angry today. Okay, I am not pissed off. The only feeling I have from this is just disappointment that it happened anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because I hope that it wouldn't happen. I hope that we wouldn't make rookie mistakes because of inexperience, because of you know what I'm saying? You can be stressed in these kinds of games because it's a foreign environment. Blah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's your first time as well, blah, blah, blah. It could be a lot of reasons, but you better learn from this.
Well, there's only one
thing. That's the only thing for me.
Oh my goodness!
You can make these rookie mistakes right now. Yes, you can make these rookie mistakes right now.
2-0.
What?
They're throwing it.
I'm waiting,
bro. I saw. I saw a comment the other day. I saw a comment the other day.
Ash. How does it feel? Ash?
No, because I'm using the app. I'm not using the satellite.
Bro, I saw a comment the other day. It said, "From a quadruple to an energy drink cup, bro." They're gonna end up with only a Carabao Cup, bro. It's crazy.
Now Toxic Ash wants to blame Gomez. Sorry.
Can I just make one point?
Yeah. Can I finish my point? One small thing. Finish my point. I just hope I can accept these mistakes because it's a foreign environment, because it's their first time. But I just hope from these players, like last year, because we've learned from last year in the league to this year, because this year we look much more stable, we look much better, you know what I'm saying? And I just hope that we keep the same consistency in the Champions League. I hope these players just learn from this and make sure that this shit doesn't happen in the next games in the future, next year and the year after that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about this.
Yeah,
I think that comes. It's the only way to get this experience is to be there and make the mistakes. So we need to do that fine line where they're there, but they're not embarrassing themselves, because we need to get rid of this Champions League hoodoo off our backs, along with all the other hoodoos that we've had to get rid of to even get to where we are right now. So I'm confident this team can get there. I don't want anyone to be murdered for what happened, because there were mistakes made by several people at the same time, which is what cost us. But we can't afford to make those mistakes. And the last thing I wanted to say, Saad, if you can make this full screen, just for me for a sec. We can see here the first half here, right? There's literally no left side to our team. We're absolutely useless. And it was partly because Bayern they were playing a central four that was pretty much nullifying us through the middle, right? So we see when Zinchenko comes on, what is it, this side? He's basically like the another engine to the team. And you can see just by how much better we play when we've got someone who's forcing those passes through. It's like we can have this great body, but if we don't have blood pumping through the veins, our system is entirely useless. So I think that people need to be a bit nicer to Zinchenko. It's very hard to have an actual debate about him.
Martin, can I just rebuttal that by saying it could actually also be because we were down in the second half and we had to attack, so we were dominant more in the middle?
I'd recommend go back and have a look. Look how small Martinelli. He's had absolutely no service. Like we were so right side dependent in that first half. It was actually crazy. I'm surprised Kyrgios lasted till halftime. So I think that if you go look at the stats, he had 5 progressive passes. I think it was more than anyone else by a few. Like he's just the guy that pushes the ball through the midfield and makes sure that we can get Odegaard and Trossard and Jesus and all those guys some kind of service. So yeah, that's it.
Yep.
No, 100%. Listen. For me, I think looking at this game, the only thing that's given me some sort of hope is that I've seen Arteta this season change his game plan. He's been able to use different game plans this season, and he's been able to differentiate how he attacks teams. Once he makes a mistake, he's not going to make it again. So that's the only thing that's really given me some sort of, excitement for the second leg. That I know already that Arteta's seen this and he's like, yeah, okay, we're going to rectify this when we go into the second leg at the Allianz. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of pressure. It's going to be difficult for us. Baby. But yeah, 100%. But listen, it's going to be difficult for us and it's going to be very, very difficult. And we have to go there and try and get over this mountain. We got a very high mountain to climb now because they're gonna be coming at us with everything that they got. But anyway, we'll get into that. Pause. We'll get into that in the preview for the game on Monday, or it'll probably be Tuesday now.
So have some shame, by the way. Have some shame. Okay, you got one of the most important topics of this game, and that's once again Trossardinho saving us from a downfall, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yes, yes.
Have some shame.
Yes, sorry.
To be fair, and Jesus created that goal.
So on the goals, obviously Saka with his beautiful finish, and Trossardinho, bro. Again, Trossardinho, this guy is just he's always there in the key moments when we need him. And you know when I realized that we got this guy from Brighton.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And he's now in the Champions League, bro. I'm performing in the Champions League, bro.
25 million. 25 million, and he has the most goals off the bench in the whole Europe.
Is this his first time in the Champions League? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. But I wanted him to start. I actually think the game that he should have started. I don't know why he didn't start.
I can't lie, that left side, that it would have been a waste because that left side originally wasn't going to get touched, and I'll tell you why it wasn't going to get touched. I think in this game, as soon as Arteta clocked that Alphonso Davies was a mess and Eric Dyer on that side was a mess, he was like, right, I think he told Martin Odegaard, bro, everything down that right side. Everything down that right side.
Was Davies a mess, or was that?
And that was the wrong.
He was a mess. Alphonso Davies was all over
only
the place
in the beginning.
In the beginning, yes, in the beginning.
Yeah.
But it turns out that obviously we fell into a trap because they made us go into that side, or obviously we kept on going into that side and then left the other side completely empty. Do you know what I mean? Because we were overloading on this side, trying to put so much pressure on that, so we could get a goal out of that. We got the Saka goal, then we got the Ben White chance, then they unleashed their counter.
We didn't talk about that Ben White chance as well, bro. That's criminal, bro. How do you not hit a corner, bro? You just hit it straight at the keeper.
He's a centre back. I think people forget
he's
a
defender.
But still, bro, let's not talk like Ben White is a scrub with the ball. He's really good with the ball, and we know he can do better, bro.
He's good, but he can't shoot for shit. Like he had that one shot on his left foot, but he basically had his eyes closed. He was just You know, I'm talking about
Yeah,
another game.
I think he still could have done better, man. He could have at least shot it at a corner. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say on the Martinelli thing on the left side, I feel okay. Yes, maybe we didn't play on the left side so much, but I feel like Martinelli just was back to his hiding tactics. A couple of times he went up against Kimmich, didn't do much. The one time he had a chance to run past him do you guys remember that time when Kimmich slipped and Martinelli still didn't go running in? He still didn't go running in. It went nowhere. And I was watching the game and like there's like an official Arsenal like bar here, like where like all the Arsenal fans meet up and stuff. And the moment Alphonso Davies got that yellow card against Saka, like 4 or 5 of us at the same time said, that's it, Saka's done now for the game. Because every time Saka plays against a right back or a full back, where he gets him a yellow card early on, for whatever reason, that's it. That full back either gets steroids then and starts playing really well, or Saka just doesn't take him on enough. And literally the rest of the game was Alphonso Davies pocketing Saka again and again and again and again and again, which is, again, very frustrating.
But you know what? Yeah. Well, I've noticed that we have been linked quite heavily to Liao in the summer.
Yeah.
So maybe Arteta just wants someone on that left-hand side that is always going to take someone
Can I say something about
mate.
Can I say something about that game with Saka and Alphonso Davies? After Alphonso Davies got the yellow card, if you notice, he stopped tackling Saka for like about 25 minutes. They came to start helping him. He wasn't the one anymore. So Saka could not actually cook him again.
No, he had opportunities one-on-one with him and he lost it. There were 2 times when he tried to take him on by pace.
2 times
Alphonso Davies got the ball.
Wait, Ash. 2 times out of 90 minutes. I'm saying for a spell of about 15 to 20, 25 minutes. Hold on. For a spell of about 15 to 20, 25 minutes, there was a point where Alphonso Davies was not the one tackling Saka anymore. Go watch the first half. And second, like as soon as that yellow card was issued, even the commentator was saying that Alphonso Davies was now going to the center, literally avoiding Saka. Somebody else dropped back there. Go watch it again. So by the time, of course, I agree with you. He could have
Goretzka was helping.
Yeah, Goretzka, like he could have done more in the second half. Like we really gone at him, but you know, it is what it is. Those are
Dayo, I think we're just making excuses for him all the time.
I'm not making excuses.
Because
I'm just
no,
saying,
one sec, Dayo, because I'm telling you.
Hold on, I'm analyzing the game as we saw it. I'm saying there was actually also a period where Alphonso Davies needed to avoid Saka because he didn't want another yellow card to get a red. Even with that yellow card, he's missing the next game.
And when he came up against him after that, he got the ball off him twice. So
I agree.
And you're saying only 2 times. So how many times do you think a winger and fullback actually go at each other?
What I'm saying, did you hear what I said after I said all
I did.
What did I say at the end? I said these are the kind of mistakes that we will make because we are still new in the Champions League as a team.
And I'm criticizing Saka for it. That's it. I'm criticizing Saka for it.
Yeah, but I think yeah, go ahead, Martin.
I just thought that, like, I thought Davies, the way that this Bayern side had been described to me was that there was basically going to be clown music going on while they tried to play football, right? Like, you know, everyone said they were useless. They couldn't string 2 passes together. Davies was
Tony, especially
way better than I thought he was going to be. I thought that Saka was going to have him on toast, and it was a good battle. And I thought Saka had a good
Tony,
game.
Man. They got
Yeah, but
Tony and that fraud Hooks. I don't know why Hooks ran away so quickly.
I don't know. Hooks ran away to eat.
Fraud.
Bro.
He's like, what is a Heidenheim? What is a Heidenheim?
Bro, I didn't see 2 centre backs that didn't know how to string 2 passes together, bro. I saw centre backs that could very well pass to a high level.
Pass like that was ridiculous.
Neuer's always been doing that. Neuer's elite. For that quick flick pass across the ball, diagonal pass, he loves.
No, but the little the skill trick he did to chip it over
That's Neuer. That's Neuer.
He's done it many times.
Neuer's a very cocky goalkeeper, bro.
And
bro, that guy is like 46, has the face of a 17-year-old, and is still playing like that, bro. It's crazy.
Can I just let me quickly quote this Toxic Tash? He said, "Dayo with the copium, Toxic Tash with the copium. You are 2-0 down to Atalanta. 2-0.
Jacques almost scored.
Yeah,
oh no! Wait, that was kick. That was kick.
I will tell you if they score, broski.
Oh yeah, of course, Mr. Cable Guy. Cable Guy. If you know, you know. Cable Guy.
Cable Sard. We're back,
bro. I just want to say one thing about the Saka situation. Yeah, I think this guy gets roasted online so much that it's, in my opinion, going a little bit too far, man. And I'm the first one to roast my players when they perform shit consistently. You know what I'm saying? I'm be the first one to call them out. I will roast them immediately. But I think the scrutiny Saka gets, okay, these times, bro, it's immense because people were waxing lyrical about Foden's performance yesterday, okay, and he had an amazing goal. Hats off to him. It was a good goal. You know what I'm saying? It was against Real Madrid, good side as well. But apart from that, he had a normal game.
He's invisible.
Yeah, he had just an average game. You know what I'm saying? And Saka had a brilliant goal as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe not as good as Foden's, but
they can't exist without the other. Apparently,
yeah. But apart from that, there is literally no difference about these performances. But when Foden limps off, they call him Messi. He said, "Oh, he did a Messi." You know what I'm saying? But when Saka limps off, they call it expected lips. You know what I'm saying? It's
crazy, man.
It's completely different, bro. It's completely different.
See, the thing is, I expect this from rivals, yeah, and I expect this from Ash because he just has an agenda against Saka. But what I'm gonna say,
have
though,
no agenda. You guys overrate him.
Ash, I can't lie. I don't know why you're cooking him, bro. Why are you cooking him? I think he was one of our best players out on the pitch.
Bro, this guy is the biggest fraud, by the way.
Hold on.
This Ash guy is such a fraud.
Bro, he is a fraud. He is a fraud. He's a fraud. I explain to you why.
Weren't you the guy who had Saka at right mid at your all-time Arsenal team?
Yes,
you fraud?
Yes.
But you say
wait. T, no. T, did you watch that show? I said it because I know whoever I put there, I was gonna put Ljungberg, but I know no matter what happens, you're gonna lose to Salah. So I made the argument that I'm just going to put Saka because I think he's going to end there. I rate him more than any of you guys because I actually said last time, and you guys are all trying to cook me, that I said Saka, if he does things correctly, can end his legacy as bigger than Thierry Henry. And you guys came with the emotional bullshit of, no, Henry means too much for me. Oh, Henry, I grew up watching Henry. I'm like, guys, are you
mad? Do we sound like that?
Now, I'm saying now, you guys are overrated. If you guys don't want Saka to be slandered, stop calling him world class. Stop saying he's better than this guy or that guy because
he's world class.
No,
personally, that's not me.
No, wait, one second, Saad. So when I'm saying he had a bad game, you guys are trying to justify it by saying, "Oh, but he scored a good goal."
It wasn't a bad game.
It was a bad game. Come on, bro. When
there were some chances, yeah. Towards the start of the game and towards some of that first half, he was actually playing very well. Then the second half, that area got congested.
Only in the first 20 minutes.
That area got filled. That area, hold on. Second half, that area got filled up. That area got congested. Yeah. So what is the guy supposed to do, bro? When everybody's in his area, bro? Everybody.
Saad, you and I both spoke about this before when people are making this excuse that he gets doubled up, he has no way to go. And we said months ago, this cannot be an excuse because when you get the ball and you're doubled up and you're crowded, you need to change your game. Play the 1-2, make quick runs inside the box. You cannot be playing the same way if you know you're not going to take on the guy.
So Ash, what would have?
I mean, people say the striker is the hardest job on the pitch, and now it's become
what would have considered a good game for Saka for you? What could he have done for it to be classified a good game in your books?
First of all, take on Alphonso Davies more. I already gave you an example of when he got booked after the yellow card, which came so early. He tried taking him on thrice, I think, or twice, and he lost both battles. Right? He didn't. No, twice. He tried taking him on twice, and he lost both battles to someone who clearly has a yellow card.
To be fair to Ash, I'll be fair to you. Yes, Ashraf is consistent about this specific point because he said this before on Saka on past streams when he did that in the league as well this year. You know what I'm saying?
But I agree. Me and Ash are on the same thing that I don't use doubled up. I don't use doubled up or tripled up or anything like that. Yeah, but all I'm saying is
but Dio did.
No, but okay, Dio did. I didn't. What I'm saying is that area was so congested by our own players and the opposing players. Hence why I think he was actually quite good this game. I just think certain times it kind of went pear-shaped for him. But I think his overall game was good.
Saka's
I'm
problem
not
is
going to be
he's
that
carried
harsh.
us. He's carried us for years, and we expect him as a normal performance to get like 2 assists and a goal, and
Carried
beat
us.
10 men, and
He did carry us
just
for a bit.
nutmeg everyone. He's
What are you
carried
talking
this
about,
team
Ash?
from the
What are you
mud.
talking about, brother?
Which season? Can you guys tell me which season did he carry us?
Well, it
Brother,
started.
You
he was scoring important goals for us in the
Wait,
2021
one
season,
sec. Guys, I'm
2022
sorry.
season.
It's not
All right,
English is not my
okay.
first language, so maybe I don't know what carry us means. Correct me if I'm wrong. Carry us means he's the only reason, or he's the main reason why we have done whatever we have done. I'm assuming that's what it means, right? Because
Yeah, the
last
team's
season,
basically been built
Odegaard was
around him.
Odegaard was our player of the season last year. The season before that, Smith Rowe was our top scorer. The season before that, I can't remember. It was 2021. It was a horrendous
What are we
season.
doing?
Anyway, so I'm not
Player
gonna
of the
discuss
year or
it.
top scorer? You're jumping around.
No. I'm saying because you're saying carried us. So how did he carry us? In what way? How did he carry us?
You want someone to be? You want to define carry as like the only player scoring goals, like they're Erling Haaland and the rest of the team?
No. I'll give you an example, Martin. 2012, you are an Arsenal fan, I think, yeah? Yes. Robin Van Persie carried us because he scored 30 Premier League goals. All other players were garbage, right? Fabregas, Clichy, all these guys left. Van Persie was literally the reason we finished third. Without Van Persie, we finished seventh. If I take off Saka in the last 3 seasons, are you saying we would have dropped by 6-7 positions? Or 8 positions? I don't think so.
Saka is the first name on that team sheet. Even if he's got like a broken leg, he's getting taped
That's
back together.
Arteta's choice. That doesn't mean he's carrying us.
No. Look, you can't.
That's
carry
like Maguire. Maguire is
Southgate's.
Southgate's first name.
Just let me finish. As a winger, you're given the hardest job normally of just someone's going to kick you this hospital pass, and you're going to have 2 guys coming down on you in every situation. Saka maybe 3 sometimes. And then he has to beat these guys to have a good game. So that is like a battle that happens over 90 minutes. But when it becomes a creative outlet for the team and you've got Mkhitaryan or like, I don't know, Aubameyang that's like basically washed up, or Lacazette who's like too busy making jokes and laughing, what's Saad got?
No, sorry. I was laughing at Klopp's reaction. He's celebrating the last goal and he looks back like this. He looks back here and he's like, man goes, just twists up his head. He's like, what's happened? It's offside, yeah.
Oh, okay. My only point is that I agree Saka is not world class. I'm not one of those people that run around and say he has to be defined as this player. I think that there's no consensus on the definition. But as far as carrying this team through the worst period in my memory as a fan who's been watching this club since '95, he's pulled us. Van Persie didn't pull us to anything. Really, like he kept us moving, but he didn't really like improve our status.
Neither did Saka.
Saka took us from 8th to top 4, at least on his own.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't. The team. Okay, so let me tell you why it's such a fraudulent argument. No, one sec. I can easily end that argument, Saad. You guys are saying Saka took us from 8th to 4th, or let's say 2nd, because we finished 2nd last season.
Just to being a top 4 team, not like a specific position, but yeah.
Yeah, but then what about Saliba, the guy who actually came and changed our defense? What about Odegaard, who actually changed the way we play and the way we attack? What about Zinchenko and Jesus, who came in and inverted? You just showed the stats of how important Zinchenko
made us
is.
More like a title challenging team rather than the bare minimum type of team.
I just think carried is crazy.
You're looking through this lens of like he has to be a 10 out of 10 for you to give him credit, and I think that
no. I'm not. I'm saying don't say carry. He didn't carry. Mbappe carries PSG. That's carry.
I think this carried conversation is. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go ahead, T, because I want to end it. So just go ahead.
Yeah. I think we're doing a disservice to ESR because he was balling out as well back then. You know what I'm saying? All of them,
no,
bro.
but Saka was carrying apparently. Apparently, Saka was the one carrying.
I think
ESR showed up for the finish.
I think for me, ESR and Saka were both carrying this team for a minute. Yeah. And that's why I hold Saka and ESR very close to my heart, because they were carrying us in the dark times, bro. They were carrying us in the times where we were losing fourth place to Tottenham and that, bro. This Ash guy's laughing. Wallah, bro.
They carried us.
But they did. They scored majority of our goals, brother.
It was a cold winter night.
Hold on.
I agree.
They were involved in majority of our goals. They scored majority of our goals, and that team prioritized both of those players at that time.
Sad.
Yes, I understand
Aubameyang,
and I understand Lacazette. No, but you're laughing, brother. Why are you laughing?
I'll tell you why I'm laughing. I'm laughing for two things. One is you just proved my point that Saka didn't carry because there was someone else who was as equivalent as him. Secondly, I'm just finding it funny how they carried us to fifth. They carried us to bottling top 4.
Yes, no, but brother, they still carried us to getting higher up on the table. It was a process, and it started off with them carrying the team for majority of the time.
And the fans needed
That's
hope.
3-0 Atlanta. 3-0 Atlanta. Oh my goodness.
No.
Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, what's going on?
Atalanta 3-0 at Anfield, bro. That's crazy. But all I'm saying is they carried us to a point like where we were improving. You're acting like I'm just sitting there just going, oh wow, they carried us to 5th, but I'm not going to celebrate their performance because we got 5th.
If Saka wasn't performing, Arteta would be sacked. We would be here. Arteta would be sacked.
And he's doing this because he's
no.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. You're both right. Saka was a part of the carry, but he wasn't the whole carry.
Yes,
that's just it.
But you can say
funny
he
thing
carried
is,
us while
no,
there was
you
somebody else
cannot.
carrying. Yes, you can.
Because I'll tell you why you cannot. You just added Smith Rowe, and I'll add a third name, by the way. And when he got injured, no, wait, I'll add 2 more names. And when these 2 got injured, we collapsed. Thomas Partey and Kieran Tierney. That season, these 2 were so important. The moment they got injured, we lost to Crystal Palace. We lost to Brighton. And when Tierney and Thomas Partey got... Let me land. When Tierney and Thomas Partey got injured, right, because we didn't have a proper left back then, we lost to Crystal Palace, we lost to Brighton, and we lost to Southampton 3 consecutive games. And we went from favorites to top 4, right, to ended up like fighting for 5th. So right now, there are 4 players I can think of the top of my head, right, who was so important to our team that season that if one of them gets injured, we're screwed. So it went from Saka, 1 player carrying us. We added Smith Rowe.
You know why we never talk about when Saka wasn't there?
Because he was 3-0, by the way.
Partey is
3-0 Atalanta, bro. Oh, Atalanta!
Oh,
wow!
I can't lie. Liverpool can hold that, bro.
There you are, Tash. Is Tash still in the chat, bro?
No, but
yeah, where's Tash?
Hassam can hold that because he keeps on putting out that.
Leverkusen, come on!
Yeah, they just beat
Leverkusen score.
Yeah.
What happened to your
finally.
cable, son?
Huh?
We're all on loan to Leverkusen.
You know what the shitty part about cable is, Ashraf? You can only watch 1 game.
Watch what?
Oh yes, hold that side.
He said, hey, yo, chill, I'm here.
Bro, if I were you, Tash, I would have left ages ago, bro. 3-0 at your...
Hide, bro.
He said at Anfield.
It's at Anfield, bro. It's at Anfield, bro.
Oh my God.
Look, Anfield. All of the Liverpoolians, bro. All of the Scousers are just standing like this with scarves on, bro.
Game more. Oh, 3-0 at your gaff. Oh,
crazy. That could never be me. Listen, Aho is gonna be crazy. I thought I was gonna get cooked.
Bro, this is next level, bro.
Hassam's just taking the top spot, bro.
You know what's funny about this Atalanta game? They didn't even look at this Atalanta game. They were looking at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
They were saying shit like, "Oh, we're gonna play against Xabi Alonso. It's gonna be the pass the mantle to the next student, who's gonna be the next master kind of game." You know what I'm saying? Bro, I've heard so much shameless BS, bro. Hold that, bro. Inshallah.
Yeah.
When you go to Atalanta, you will get cooked there as well, bro. Wallah, this is peak. This is peak, bro. Quadruple.
Listen. Dayo. I need you to come out here and protect.
No, Dayo doesn't hide. Dayo, to be fair, Dayo never hides.
I don't know what this guy's talking about. I don't know why he's trying to draw you out, Dayo, but I think I can't lie. You need to cook this guy, bro.
Did Man United break Liverpool? Is that
hopefully.
I think Dayo might be away.
Oh,
I wanted to ask you guys. I wanted to ask you guys. Do you guys think this will affect Liverpool in the league as well?
It could possibly.
Ash, I'm gonna counter one of your points because league form doesn't transfer to now. Just kidding.
No, but this is not Champions League. This is Europa League. This is Europa League, so it might transform.
Yes,
Our Europa League form,
maybe.
Our Europa League was carried to the Premier League when we lost to Sporting. So
hey, can I just do something? Can I just do something real quick? Hold on. One second, guys. One second, because we're here. None of you guys have anything to do right now, do you? You need to go.
No.
I got 10 minutes.
I feel you're doing something, Matt.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I'm just chilling, watching football.
So, no, that's fine. So I need to do something real quick. I need to hold on. I need to do something real quick.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Let's watch along settings. Watch along settings. Look at the pain in Hussam's eyes, bro, as he looks at the TV. Look at the pain, bro. Look at the
bro. Well, I don't know if you guys saw these tweets. There were Liverpool fans tweeting before the game, like last couple of days. Hey, we need to rest a lot of players. Don't start the main guys. You know, we can rest them. We easily win this game. Oh my God! I'm so glad they played Salah.
He's saying, "I told you so." We have no chance at winning the title. No one listened to me. I said we were crap.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah. You know the.
He's about to see it. Look.
Cross. Bro. Jota clearing header. Salah clearing header.
Clearing header.
That's clearing header from both Jota and Diaz there. Both Jota and Salah there.
Salah clearing header.
Incredible, man.
You know the
glorious emotion.
L'Oreal logo. It's almost the same as Atalanta, right? You know their slogan. You're worth it.
Yeah.
These guys are not worth it.
They're
going out at home, bro.
Shit, bro. That's some
Saad, take a screenshot of Toxic Dash's thing. Klopp is a bottle job. Make sure you take a screenshot.
Yeah.
So he doesn't. Yeah.
Somebody take a screenshot. Can somebody just go onto the thing, please?
Well, to be fair to Tash, if you guys are on Discord and you say the shit this guy says about this club, bro, this is nothing compared to other shit that this guy said.
If you're actually in the Discord and you see what this guy says, it's actually crazy, bro.
This guy is worse than me, bro. Just imagine that. He's worse than me.
Tash at any kind of adversity, bro, Tash is just on a mad one, bro.
But calling your greatest ever Premier League manager a bottle job is mad.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
He is crazy.
Have some respect.
He's won your only Premier League in 30 years.
Trying to call me out? Why are you trying to call me out, my broski? Ain't nobody. Who's calling him a bottle job, bro? Relax. This is my close friend. He supports Fulham.
Hey, that ain't us. That's them.
He's doing a madness right now. That's one of my close friends.
We're just chilling, enjoying the night. Oh, what'd you say?
Oh, he's talking about Tash. He's talking about Tash. He said it's long for him. If he calls him a bottle job and they win the league, it's long for Tash, bro. I can't lie. Somebody, I've put this up on the thing. Can somebody just screenshot this and can they send it to me on Twitter? That's all I need.
Bro, that chance that Leverkusen missed, by the way. Jonathan Tah almost did a madness, but he bottled it.
Bro, this is crazy, man. Jota! Oh. Anyway.
Bro, why are you screaming? They're 3-0 behind, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy,
I'm
bro.
happy Leverkusen are winning, man. I hate this.
You know, Saad,
how much are they winning by?
1-0, just 1-0.
Okay.
Saad, just be happy that Eid is shining on upon you. The blessings of this beautiful month that we had and this beautiful day, this beautiful 3 days of Eid, you know what I'm saying? Is shining upon you because, bro, you're not going to get cooked on El Ahwa, bro. 3-0 at Anfield, bro? This is next level shit. El Ahwa, if it's 2 hours, 1.5 hours needs to be about Liverpool.
Bro, the thing is, yeah, this is 2 weeks, this is 2 shows in a row now. This is the second show that he's gonna get cooked, bro. Oh my God.
The last one was United.
Bro, yeah, the last one was United versus Liverpool. Yeah. So I'm just thinking right now about the Hamza monologue.
2-0. Whoa, 2-0.
Leverkusen.
Leverkusen?
Yeah, Leverkusen.
Damn, you're
bro,
like
how are you guys behind? Don't you have cable?
No, I'm watching it in the tab because my cable is in the living room.
My bad. Bro, I thought you were Dubai, you know what I'm saying? The cable is next level, you know what I'm saying?
Let me go to the
No,
Leverkusen game, man.
Boniface, yeah.
Oh, they scored from
With
a
a header.
corner, I think.
Yeah.
Bro, Leverkusen this season.
Whoa! Boniface nearly just
Hold
injured
on.
himself.
Well,
Oh,
Leverkusen this
Boniface.
season madness. You know what I'm saying? We
that
know
Victor?
how it feels. We know how it feels. You just need to finish the job, Leverkusen. We know how it feels.
Oh
We are
my
one of the
God.
2 clubs that did
Oh
this.
my God! Hold on, look at
You
this
know
guy.
what?
You should
I
be.
was thinking
You
about
should
this
be.
the other day.
Look at this guy! Oh my God!
Whoa,
You are
bro.
shameful. Man said you should be embarrassed. You are tied on points with us.
Boy, yo.
Wallahi, Mike has reached a new low, bro. Mike is just panicking right now, bro. He's like, bro, I really hope this doesn't go towards the league, bro. Otherwise, Sam was right this whole time, bro.
Hey, United did this. Manchester United. Erik ten Hag did this. Okay? I'll say it in Dutch for you. Erik ten Hag did this.
What I want to know is why does Mike Das have a picture of Tom Selleck as his DP? Like,
because he looks like Tom Selleck, bro. When he actually has his proper hair going and he has his mustache going. Right now, Das doesn't know what he wants to do, bro. Das doesn't want to know where he wants to keep the hair. He doesn't want to know where he wants to keep the mustache, the beard. Like, bro, it's always the same thing. Das, from when I met him, I liked it when I met him. The first time, it was just the mustache, the hair, and no beard. Yeah, now he's just switching it up. He's freestyling. Sorry, not freestyling. Just doing what he wants,
bro.
Yeah,
all I'm saying
just
is
stick with the mustache and the hair, bro. Please.
Liverpool have lost tonight. West Ham United have lost tonight, and Fenerbahce has lost tonight as well, bro. For me, tonight is perfect. For me, tonight is perfect.
He is taking that Fenerbahce loss like. Bro,
yes.
if I show you guys the text that T sent me, about Fenerbahce, bro, and just going off on one, all I said to him was because apparently they I forgot what I said they were doing, bro, but they were doing something. I think they were arguing or bitching about something.
I'll just say it shortly. They wanted to rest for this game, this Olympiacos game, and the Super Cup game was 3 days before that. But if you look at other teams, they played 3 days before as well. But for some reason, these bottle jobs, these bums, wanted
Phineas,
the day
send that
off.
to me. What's up?
They wanted that day off when it was the Super Cup game against Galatasaray. So what did they do? They sent the under-19s to Şanlıurfa. That's where the final was played. And Galatasaray scored in like 50 seconds and they quit. They just quit. They just walked out the pitch. You know what I'm saying? And they wanted to rest for this specific game, and they lost anyway.
Sad. Can you bring up Mike Dass's comment there?
Which one?
FC, bro.
He says that the titles he's done. He's already moved on to next season. He's ready for Amorim.
I'm not panicking. I'm done. These players don't deserve anything at all. Bring me Amorim.
You know,
I'm already
instead
on
of
next
Amorim,
season.
they should get this Xabi Alonso guy. He's really good. He just won.
Hey, you know what? Big up. No, big up to you, my broski, because that was actually mad. Hey, Martin is just putting on heartstrings right now. It's crazy. Man's like, there we go. Let's get that in there.
Bro, just imagine if they drop points against Crystal Palace this weekend because of this result.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, is Hassam cooking? Hassam cooking?
Hey, we're gonna get the donkey clip 2.0, bro. You and animals are the same.
Does that, like, do you have no shame saying dumb shit like that? At first, I changed my mind when Atalanta first scored the first goal because I thought we were gonna score a goal. You know, let me show you the messages that I'm getting right now. When I see the message I'm getting right now,
let me send him a message. Just be a prick.
Want to see the message?
Bro, tonight made the draw a much. It doesn't hurt as much.
I was wrong. I hope we get nothing. From who? From Mike Das. I honestly...
Civil war. Liverpool civil war, guys.
I honestly don't even know what to say.
Let's go.
They're top of the league.
I honestly don't even know what to say.
Come on.
You know, lately we have been talking a lot about our forward line and how Gakpo is mid and Diaz is mid. and Nunez is mid, and Salah misses chances, and all this.
I
Do we have a
literally
conversation
I
about
put
our
it to
defense? We've conceded 3 against Atalanta, 2 against Manchester United,
brilliant.
4 against Manchester United in the FA Cup.
3 against
When
Arsenal.
I look at the last,
3 against Arsenal.
let's
Yeah,
just look at the results of the last however many games. Let's just look at the result of the.
that's a lot of goals. That's a lot of
Yeah.
goals.
That's a lot of goals.
We've conceded
Guys,
a goal
make
at
sure
home
you
to
like and
Sheffield. We've
subscribe
conceded
his
a goal
channel,
to
though.
Brighton.
Yeah, this is football. Like and
We've
subscribe.
even
guys.
conceded home and away to Sparta Prague. When was the last time we came? We kept.
Hey, bro, respect
last time
Sparta
kept
Prague.
clean
They
sheet?
knocked out Galatasaray, bro.
I
Respect
don't even
them.
know. Don't even know.
Wallahi.
Honestly,
I
guys, I
gotta
don't
roll,
even know what to
boys.
say.
Thanks for the stream.
Nah, big up
I don't even know what
Martin,
to
man.
say at
I
this
Take it
listen.
easy, guys.
Big up Martin.
Big up
It's
Martin,
actually
man.
just-
Big up
it's
Martin,
just
my brother.
sad.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
It's just sad. It's just sad. The
Look,
downfall is happening right in
even
front
the
of our
stream
very own
wants to
eyes.
quit, bro. Even when the stream
The
wants to
downfall
quit,
is
man.
happening right in front of our very own eyes.
Oh my god.
I cannot guarantee that this will not affect our league form. I actually cannot guarantee that this will not affect our league form.
Really?
Inshallah.
This could
Do you,
easily
no, no,
affect
but
our league form.
that's a serious question.
This could
Do you
easily
think
translate onto the
that
Premier
this is
League, which
gonna
the most
this is gonna
worrying
translate
thing.
into their league form?
I'm worried.
Bro,
that
it's
That's a
this
already
affects
question
our
now.
translated
league
after
form.
the United game.
I'm really worried.
Didn't
that
it
this
already
affects
No,
our
no,
league
that
form.
translates.
I actually don't even know.
Because they
hold on.
didn't perform. They don't perform
I
for
am
the
now
last few
afraid
games, bro.
of
This is not a
Crystal
one-off
Palace
game.
this Sunday.
Yeah.
This is
but
a few
see,
games now, bro.
this is the thing. This translated. I'm just gonna mute him for a second. This translated into Europe. So they drew the Man United game. It translated into Europe.
Will it
Is
translate
this
back?
gonna translate now back, and they're gonna carry this form that they're currently on into the league? Because who they got next?
Crystal Palace at home.
At home, yeah.
At home.
So they got
Anfield,
Palace.
yeah.
So they got Palace at home. Mateta, from what I saw him doing against Manchester City, bro, he's on one right now, bro. He's on one right now. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Honestly,
I wouldn't put it past him getting a couple goals, bro. I wouldn't. I'm sorry.
so here's the thing, Saad. Here's the thing, yeah. They play Crystal Palace next, and then they play the second leg at Atlanta. They play basically 4 consecutive away games: Atlanta away, Fulham away, Everton away, and then West Ham away. I don't think it'll affect them against Crystal Palace, only because Crystal Palace are so damn shit. If Crystal Palace go and attack them, Liverpool's defense is so bad, I think they will concede, right? And maybe Crystal Palace can get something. But knowing Crystal Palace will not happen. However, I can see them dropping points against one of, or maybe 2 of Fulham, Everton, and West Ham. And then after that, they have Tottenham at home, right? So people keep saying, oh, easy fixtures. These aren't easy fixtures. Everton is a derby, right? Fulham at their ground this season, Craven Cottage, have been really good, right? They beat us. I think they smashed Spurs 3-0, although that might have been at the Shithard Lane. And West Ham at their home, yeah, I know we smashed them 6-0, but sometimes they come up with good performances. So it's not easy, man. I don't think Liverpool won all these games.
I think this changes it now. That Crystal Palace game.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I just saw this. After Tottenham, they play Villa away.
Yeah.
No,
I think-
Villa are shit, bro. Villa
I
are
think
shit.
no,
Wallah,
no,
they're
no,
frauds.
no,
No,
Villa,
they're
Villa,
shit.
Villa,
They're shit.
no,
They're shit.
no, hold on. Villa can get something out of this.
No. There's one thing I will
Liverpool,
be shameless
think-
about, and that's Aston Villa. Fuck Aston Villa. They are not good. Emery
Well,
is shit, and Douglas Luiz is overrated.
Well, listen, I think for me, this for Liverpool fans, I think this Crystal Palace game is mad important for them, because this is where either the downfall continues or begins fully in the league, the downfall, or this is where they have to pick back up and realize, bro, Klopp's last season, we have to go all out, guns
Nah,
blazing.
Saad, I don't think so. They have McAllister, the best player in the universe. He plays galactic football, bro. He doesn't play normal football.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but guys, even if they beat Crystal Palace, I don't think that picks up their form, because when they are going to go play 4 consecutive away games, I think that'll eventually get to them. Even if they will obviously get knocked out by Atlanta. I don't see them winning 4-0 or even 3-0 at Atlanta, right? I don't see them beating Fulham, Everton, and West Ham all away. If they do that, big up to them. That means they probably would deserve the title if they end up winning it. But I don't see them winning all these 3 games. I think they'll beat Crystal Palace, and I personally think they'll drop points in 2 of these 4 games. Sorry, in 2 of those 5 games. So Fulham, Everton, West Ham, Tottenham, and Villa. I think they'll drop points in at least 2 of them.
You know what's funny to me, Ashraf and Saad? They look pretty worried for people that didn't care about the Europa League because they have 6 Champions Leagues.
They were already
6 Champions Leagues.
The thing is, they were. The thing is, Liverpool went into this. Liverpool went into this with, look at how much coefficient points we are away from the second place team. Look at these teams. I'm already looking at the final. Let me book my tickets to Dublin. Like, bro, it's not that simple, bro. It's not that simple.
Look at
You
that.
have to look at the next games, bro. You have to look at the next game, bro. You have to. Do you know what I mean? And you underestimate teams in Europa League, bro. This is what happens. We did the exact same thing. And Liverpool thought that just because they have 6 Champions Leagues, they can just do all of that, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bro, Atalanta really schooled them today, bro. They schooled them. I watched that whole game while we were talking, while we were discussing our game, obviously doing the match reaction. But anyway, listen, I'm going to end this stream now. I appreciate every single one of you who have stuck by us today. So we appreciate you all. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you are subscribing. I'm going to send you guys over to Sam's stream anyway if you want to see the tears. So listen, big up to you guys. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one, yeah? Peace out, people.